Come on, let's go. Time to get to stepping out the door. Spread those wings, cause we wanna see more, do more, be more. Looking real cute, but we feeling hardcore. The journey awaits us while we stay up. So much to gain, all this time I just saved up. Now I pull my weight, I'm the go. A worldwide treasure everywhere that I go. If you up for the trip, then I'm with it too. Take around the world, what we finna do?
all for you.
All for you. Freedom!
Keep your ear to the ground.
Talking about the freedom.
It's the best show in town.
Best show in town. Freedom! Well, 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 well. Freedom!
I'll give you freedom. Yes, it's right.
Freedom!
Start right now.
Freedom!
Get your freedom tonight.
Freedom! Well, well, freedom! Come on, everybody. Young, old, all you lovers, this is our time to rise back from the sand and claim our freedom. Talking about the freedom. Let yourself be free.
I'll give you freedom. Yes, it's right.
Freedom.
Start right
Talking
now.
about the freedom.
Get your freedom tonight.
Freedom.
I'll give you yes, it's right.
Freedom. Let yourself be free.
Start right now.
Freedom.
Get your freedom tonight.
Freedom. Well, 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 well. Freedom.
Optical.
heard you say you like to feel the ocean on your bare feet when the tide is overflowing, and you wonder what it's like out on the planet's other side. I said, who knows what we can find out in a blink. Don't you know that we could see the world together? We could ride the wind forever and say we let it take us. I believe we might have the time of our lives. Set a course and we can fly anywhere we set our eyes. It's book a one way. Don't you know the thrill is in the unknown parts just over the hills, and it's all ours for the taking. Let's do something kinda crazy. Got this feeling, can't escape it. Pack your wings, 'cause I know that we could see the world together. We could ride the wind forever.